78% of homes flagged for an electrical panel upgrade never actually needed one. Yet 4 in 10 estimates now include that exact recommendation at prices up to $3,500. The profit margin on a single panel swap can hit 60%. These so-called urgent upgrades aren't about your safety. They are the most profitable upsell in home services. And the way they are sold follows a playbook built on one thing: fear. A homeowner receives a quote and the numbers hit hard. $1,200, $2,800, sometimes over $3,500 for a single electrical upgrade. These aren't rare outliers. They are the new normal. Across the country, 4 out of every 10 electrical estimates now include a recommended panel replacement or major upgrade, regardless of the home's age or true electrical demand. The pressure starts early in the conversation. Contractors reference fire risks, insurance denials, or looming code changes. The language is urgent, the tone is final. For many, the first sign of trouble is the sticker shock. A panel replacement that once averaged $1,200 now routinely comes in at $2,500 or more. In some regions, the same job is quoted at $3,000, even though the material cost rarely tops $500. Add-on work, like a sub-panel for a future electric vehicle charger, brings another $800 to $2,200, with little explanation of what is actually required. For families on tight budgets, these numbers can derail renovation plans or force difficult choices. Nationally, the average American household spends between $1,800 and $2,400 a year on home repairs. A single electrical upgrade can wipe out that entire budget in one shot. Industry surveys and consumer advocacy reports confirm the trend. Unnecessary upgrades now account for an estimated $1.5 to $2.5 billion in excess spending each year. Many homeowners only discover later, sometimes after a second opinion, that the work was not needed at all. The financial stakes are real, but the confusion is even greater. With such a wide range of quotes and so many contractors insisting on immediate action, the question becomes unavoidable. How can anyone tell when an upgrade is truly necessary and when it is just part of the upsell system? The answer starts with knowing what should be verified and what is just sales talk. A single sheet of paper and a calculator can answer the question that stumps so many homeowners. Does your house actually need a panel upgrade, or is the recommendation just another sales pitch? The National Electrical Code, updated for 2026, lays out a step-by-step formula that any inspector or homeowner can use to check if a service panel is really undersized. The process takes less than a minute and requires only basic information: square footage, the number of small appliance circuits, and the wattage of major appliances like ovens, dryers, and water heaters. Start by multiplying your home's square footage by 3. That gives the base lighting and receptacle load in volt-amperes. Add 1,500 volt-amperes for each kitchen and laundry circuit. Most homes have at least 2. Then write down the wattage listed on your range, dryer, and water heater. If you have an electric vehicle charger or a heat pump, include those numbers too. Next, total up all the loads. The code says to count the first 10,000 volt-amperes at full value, but only 40% of anything above that. For example, if your total is 30,000 volt-amperes, you would take 10,000 as is, then add 40% of the remaining 20,000, so 8,000 more. That brings the adjusted load to 18,000 volt-amperes. To convert that number to amperes, divide by 240. In this case, 18,000 divided by 240 equals 75. That is well within the capacity of a standard 100 amp panel. Even adding a 9,600 volt-amperes electric vehicle charger bumps the total to 27,600, still just 115 amps, which is below the threshold for a mandatory 200 amp upgrade in most jurisdictions. This worksheet is not a back-of-the-napkin guess. It is the same calculation inspectors use to sign off on permits and the same math utility companies require before authorizing a service change. If the final number is lower than your current panel's rating, you are covered by code. If it is higher, an upgrade is justified. For most homes, the answer is clear before the contractor ever starts talking price. By arming yourself with these numbers, you can challenge any recommendation that does not come with a worksheet. The code does not care how old your house is or what the sales pitch says. It only cares about the math. And in most cases, the math says you are already safe. A clipboard, a flashlight, and a rehearsed script. That's all it takes for some contractors to turn a routine inspection into a high-pressure sales pitch. The playbook is simple: manufacture urgency, then present yourself as the only solution. One former inspector describes the pattern. They walk in, say your panel's a fire risk, and warn you that your insurance might not cover a claim if you don't upgrade immediately. No calculations, just a quick glance and a lot of fear. Profit margins drive the show. On a panel replacement quoted at $2,800, the actual materials often cost less than $500. That leaves a markup of 40 to 60%, sometimes even higher if the job gets bundled with add-ons like surge protectors or future-proof sub-panels. These extras are rarely explained in detail, but they pad the bill with a little effort. Insurance threats are a favorite tool. Contractors claim, your insurer will deny a claim if you don't upgrade, even though most policies only require code compliance, not the latest technology. Visual-only inspections are another shortcut. No load worksheet, no amperage math, just a quick look and a scare tactic. When a homeowner asks for proof, the answer is often vague or deflected. The goal isn't accuracy, it's urgency. In this system, the numbers matter less than the narrative. If you're not ready to challenge the pitch, you're already halfway to signing the check. A seasoned inspector stands over the worksheet, pen in hand, and runs the numbers again. The home's total adjusted load lands well below the 100 amp service rating. No matter how the figures are sliced, square footage, appliance wattage, or the addition of a modest electric vehicle charger, everything fits within the limits set by the National Electrical Code. The numbers aren't theoretical. They are drawn from a formula recognized by code officials and utility engineers across the country. A 2022 engineering review found that 78% of single-family homes can handle new electrified loads, including heat pumps and level 2 electric vehicle chargers, without needing a panel upgrade. The worksheet's answer matches this national trend. In practice, most utilities only require a service upgrade when the added load exceeds 40 amps or pushes the total demand over the panel's rating. For this home, neither threshold is crossed. The contractor's claim that you must upgrade or you are at risk does not hold up to scrutiny. The worksheet, the code, and the utility's own guidelines all say the existing panel is sufficient. The inspector signs off. No upgrade required. The evidence is clear. When the math is done and the standards are followed, the vast majority of these high-pressure recommendations collapse under their own weight. Homeowners have the power to demand proof, not just promises. Some electrical hazards are not just hypothetical, they are documented risks that demand attention. Aluminum wiring, installed in millions of homes during the late 1960s and the early 1970s, stands out for its track record of failure. Insurance adjusters and fire investigators have logged a 23% failure rate for aluminum to copper connections, even when approved pigtail kits are used. The science is straightforward. Aluminum expands and contracts more than copper, oxidizes faster, and loosens under vibration, all of which can lead to overheating and, in the worst cases, fire. Surge protection is another area where the numbers tell a story. In Florida, insurance claim data shows a 12% increase in equipment damage claims for homes without a whole house surge protector. While not every jurisdiction requires surge protection, the risk is real enough that some local codes and insurers have started to mandate it, especially in storm-prone regions or where solar installations are common. Regulators are taking notice. In 2025, the California Public Utilities Commission ordered $2.3 million in refunds to homeowners who were sold upgrades without valid safety justification. These actions draw a line between upsell and necessity. When a home's wiring shows visible corrosion, when connections are loose or discolored, or when a panel is truly overloaded, the upgrade isn't an upsell, it is a requirement. The evidence is clear. Not every warning is hype, and not every upgrade is a scam. Knowing the difference starts with documented facts, not just urgent words. Right now, fear still sells faster than facts in home electrical work. As standards evolve, so do the tactics, leaving most homeowners caught between pressure and proof. The power to decide isn't in the sales pitch. It's in knowledge. Demand evidence, not urgency. Let me know your thoughts below.